Listen up. We're living in 2025, a time when people spill their souls on the internet like it's some sort of therapy session. Everyone's chasing likes, comments, validation, but let me tell you something, privacy is the new superpower. If you want to become unstoppable, you've got to learn what to keep to yourself. I call them the 7 things to keep private, and they're your shield, your sanctuary. They're what separate you from the herd of oversharing, overexposed people out there. Let's break it down. The more private you are, the more powerful you become. Privacy gives you control, clarity, and focus. It keeps you disciplined because you're no longer wasting energy trying to impress others or explain yourself. 2025 is the year of locking in. Keep your head down. Keep grinding. The world doesn't need to know every detail of your life. They'll find out when it's time when you're unstoppable. Stay hard, stay private, stay winning. Privacy is power. What you protect gives you control. People think sharing everything gives them freedom, but it actually makes them weak. When you tell everyone your plans, your struggles, or your progress, you hand them a piece of yourself. That's dangerous. The more they know, the more they can judge, manipulate, or distract you. Keeping things private isn't about being secretive. It's about keeping control over your life and energy. Think of it like a fortress. You wouldn't leave your walls unguarded or tell your enemies where the weak spots are. Privacy is the same thing. It's your way of protecting your mind and your mission. You're not hiding. You're being smart. Power is quiet. It doesn't announce itself. It just acts, moves, and dominates when the time is right. People love to talk about what they're doing because they crave validation. They want someone to pat them on the back, say, good job, keep going. But let me tell you, validation is a trap. It gives you a quick high, but it takes away the hunger that drives you. If you're truly about growth, you don't need anyone's applause. By keeping things private, you keep the world guessing. They don't know if you're winning, losing, or leveling up. And that mystery, that's your advantage. You don't owe anyone an explanation. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You're here to win, not to impress. Every time you share a piece of your plan, you're giving away leverage. The more they know, the more they can criticize or distract you. People love to give opinions, but most of the time, those opinions are useless noise. Protecting your privacy protects you from their negativity and doubt. Being private means you don't let outside voices dictate your path. It means you're focused on the mission, not the noise. The world is full of distractions, and the more you reveal, the more distractions you invite. Keep your mind and energy locked on what matters. You've got to realize that the more you give, the less you keep. Your energy, your focus, your discipline, they're all finite. When you let people into your space, they take up room in your head. That's room you need for your goals and your growth. Privacy isn't weakness, it's strength. It's saying, I don't need you to know what I'm doing because I'm too busy doing it. It's about protecting what's sacred to you, your dreams, your goals, your progress. That's not selfish, that's survival. The world will always try to pry into your life. They'll ask questions, dig for answers, and try to get a piece of your journey. But here's the truth, they don't deserve it. Your path is yours and yours alone. Let them wonder. Let them speculate. That's where your power lies. When you stay private, you stay unpredictable. And unpredictability is a weapon. If they can't figure you out, they can't stop you. They can't compete with what they can't see. Privacy gives you the upper hand in every situation. People talk about transparency like it's some kind of virtue, but transparency isn't always the answer. It makes you vulnerable to people who don't have your best interests at heart. Not everyone is rooting for you. Some people want to see you fail. Don't give them the ammo. Privacy is about discipline. It's about knowing when to speak and when to stay silent. It's about choosing your battles and guarding your energy. Every word you say, every detail you share, it all costs you something. Make sure it's worth it. When you're private, you focus better. You don't have to worry about opinions, judgments, or distractions. Your energy stays locked on your mission. And when you're locked in, you're unstoppable. That's what privacy does. It keeps you sharp, focused, and ready to dominate. Privacy is freedom. It's saying, I don't need anyone's permission or approval to do what I do. It's owning your journey and refusing to let anyone take control of it. When you keep things private, you stay in the driver's seat. And that's where real power comes from. In the end, privacy isn't about hiding, it's about protecting. Protecting your peace, protecting your progress, protecting your power. It's not about being mysterious, it's about being disciplined. And discipline is what separates the winners from the losers. The world doesn't need to know your every move. They don't need to see your struggles or your triumphs. They don't deserve that insight. Keep your life private, and you'll keep your power intact. That's the mindset of a champion. That's how you win in silence. Not everyone needs to know your moves. Focus on winning in silence. In today's world, everyone's in a rush to share their every move. They can't wait to post their plans, their goals, and their so-called achievements. But here's the truth. Most of them are looking for validation, not victory. Real winners don't need a spotlight, they need silence. Silence is where focus grows. It's where discipline thrives. If you want to dominate, you've got to move quietly and let your results speak louder than your words. Think about it. Every time you tell people what you're going to do, you open yourself up to their opinions. Suddenly, you've got a chorus of voices telling you what they think you should do. And most of those voices, they're full of doubt, fear, and negativity. They'll plant seeds of uncertainty in your mind, and before you know it, you're questioning yourself. Silence protects you from that noise. When you keep your moves to yourself, you stay unpredictable. People can't sabotage what they don't see coming. They can't copy your strategy if they don't know what it is. Moving in silence gives you an edge, and in a world full of noise, the edge is priceless. The less they know, the stronger you become. Winning in silence isn't just about strategy, it's about self-respect. You don't need to announce your every step to the world to feel validated. Your journey is yours, and it doesn't require an audience. The moment you stop seeking approval from others, you free yourself to focus on what really matters: execution. Here's the thing, talking about your goals doesn't make them happen. Action does. And the energy you waste explaining yourself to others could be better spent working. While they're busy talking, you're busy doing. While they're posting, you're grinding. That's the difference between people who dream and people who achieve. When you stay quiet about your plans, you protect them. You give yourself the space to figure things out without the pressure of outside temptations. You don't owe anyone an explanation for how you're building your life. It's your path, your process, and your pace. Stay focused on the work and let the results do the talking. Silence doesn't mean inaction, it means intensity. It means putting your head down and grinding harder than anyone else. It's about shutting out the world and locking in on what needs to be done. It's about discipline, resilience, and refusing to let distractions pull you off course. Silence is where strength is forged. The world loves noise because noise gets attention. But attention doesn't build legacies, effort does. Don't get caught up in the trap of seeking recognition before you've earned it. Your focus should be on building, not broadcasting. The applause can wait. Right now, it's time to work. People don't need to know your struggles, your setbacks, or your strategies. They don't need to see your process. They just need to see the outcome. Let them wonder how you did it. Let them try to figure out your moves. That mystery is your power, and it keeps you one step ahead of everyone else. When you move in silence, you stay true to yourself. You don't get caught up in comparisons or distractions. You don't waste energy trying to keep up with anyone else because you're too busy working on your own growth. Silence keeps you grounded. It keeps you focused. It keeps you winning. Here's what you need to understand. Not everyone wants to see you succeed. Some people will pretend to support you, but deep down, they're hoping you fail. When you share your plans with the wrong people, you give them the opportunity to sabotage you. Silence protects you from their negativity. Winning in silence requires discipline. It's not easy to keep your mouth shut when you're excited about your goals. But excitement doesn't achieve results, action does. Keep your excitement to yourself and channel that energy into your work. The less you say, the more you can do. Success isn't about making noise, it's about making an impact. It's about putting in the work when no one's watching. It's about showing up every day, grinding in the shadows, and letting your results speak for themselves. That's how you earn respect. That's how you build something real. Silence is freedom. It's the freedom to work without interference, to grow without judgment, and to succeed on your own terms. It's not about hiding, it's about protecting what matters most. Your goals, your growth, your grind, these are sacred. Keep them to yourself and watch how powerful you become. Let the world sleep on you. Let them think you're not doing anything. Meanwhile, you're building, you're growing, you're becoming unstoppable. And when it's time to show up, they won't know what hit them. That's the power of silence. That's the mindset of a winner. Your dreams grow in the dark, not in the noise of validation. Dreams are fragile when they're young. They need time, effort, and consistency to grow strong. But too many people destroy their dreams before they even take root by exposing them to the wrong environment. They throw their dreams into the spotlight looking for approval and end up suffocating them with doubt and negativity. If you want your dreams to thrive, keep them in the dark. Let them grow quietly, away from the noise of validation. When you share your dreams with others, you invite opinions. And let's be real, most people don't understand your vision. They'll project their fears onto you, telling you why it's impossible, why it won't work, why you should give up. And if you're not careful, their doubts will infect your mind. Your dreams deserve better than that. They deserve protection. Dreams grow in the dark because the dark is where focus lies. It's where you can work without distraction, without judgment, without interference. When you keep your dreams to yourself, you give yourself the space to nurture them. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You don't have to justify your path. You just do the work and let the results speak for themselves. Validation is addictive, but it's also a trap. It feels good to have people cheer you on, but that applause won't carry you through the hard days. Validation doesn't build resilience. It doesn't build discipline. It doesn't build strength. Those things come from the grind, from the struggle, from the silence. If you want to win, you have to let go of the need for validation and focus on the work. Your dreams don't need an audience, they need action. They don't need applause, they need effort. Every moment you spend seeking validation is a moment you could have spent building your future. The noise of validation is a distraction, and distractions are the enemy of progress. Keep your dreams in the dark, and you'll keep your focus where it belongs. People will try to tell you what your dreams should look like. They'll try to shape your vision to fit their expectations. But your dreams aren't for them, they're for you. When you keep your dreams private, you keep them pure. You don't let outside opinions dilute your vision or derail your path. You stay true to yourself and your mission. The dark isn't always comfortable, but it's where growth happens. Seeds grow in the soil, not in the open air. Muscles grow in the recovery, not in the gym. Dreams grow in the dark, not in the noise. Embrace the discomfort of working in silence. It's a sign that you're on the right path. When you share your dreams too early, you risk losing momentum. Talking about your plans can trick your brain into thinking you've already accomplished something. That false sense of progress can kill your drive. Keep your dreams to yourself, and you'll stay hungry. You'll stay disciplined. You'll stay locked in. The dark isn't just where dreams grow, it's where they're tested. It's where you learn what you're made of. Can you keep going when no one's watching? Can you stay disciplined without external motivation? Can you push through the grind without anyone cheering you on? If you can do that, you'll be unstoppable. People don't need to see every step of your journey. They don't need to know every struggle, every setback, every small win. Save that energy for yourself. Use it to fuel your fire, not to feed their curiosity. Let them see the result, not the process. That's how you maintain your power. Dreams grow best when they're protected. Think of your dream as a fire. If you expose it too soon, the wind of doubt will blow it out. But if you shield it, if you feed it quietly, it will grow stronger. It will become a blaze that no one can extinguish. That's the power of keeping your dreams in the dark. The noise of validation is fleeting, but the satisfaction of achieving your dreams is forever. Don't trade long-term fulfillment for short-term approval. The work you do in silence will speak louder than any words ever could. Stay focused on the grind and let the results be your validation. Dreams are personal. They're sacred. They're a reflection of your deepest desires and your highest potential. Don't let anyone cheapen them with their opinions or their doubts. Keep your dreams close and keep your circle small. The fewer people who know your plans, the stronger your foundation will be. Success isn't about who gets the loudest applause, it's about who does the most work. It's about who stays disciplined, who stays focused, who keeps going when no one's watching. Your dreams will grow in the dark if you give them the time and space they need. Trust the process and stay patient. Let the world wonder what you're up to. Let them doubt you. Let them underestimate you. While they're busy speculating, you're busy building, and when the time comes, when your dreams have grown strong, they won't be able to ignore you. That's the power of staying quiet. That's the power of the dark. Protect your energy by filtering who has access to your personal life. Your energy is your greatest resource. It fuels your work, your growth, and your ability to achieve. But here's the hard truth. Not everyone deserves access to it. Too many people waste their energy on the wrong things, drama, negativity, and people who drain them. If you want to win, you've got to get ruthless about protecting your energy. That starts with filtering who gets access to your personal life. You've got to stop letting everyone into your circle. Not everyone deserves a front row seat to your life. Some people are just there to distract you, criticize you, or use you. They pretend to be on your side, but in reality, they're draining you. They're stealing the energy you need to put into your goals. It's your job to identify those people and cut them out. Protecting your energy isn't selfish, it's necessary. If you give all your time and energy to people who don't value it, you'll have nothing left for yourself. You've got to be disciplined about who you let in. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, challenge you, and inspire you to be better. The rest, leave them behind. Negativity is contagious. Spend enough time around people who complain, doubt, and criticize, and you'll start to absorb their mindset. That's why you have to protect your personal life. Keep your circle tight and filled with people who push you to grow. Your energy is too valuable to waste away negativity. Some people will guilt you for setting boundaries. They'll call you cold, distant, or selfish. But let me tell you something. Boundaries are a form of self-respect. They're a way of saying, I value my energy, my time, and my goals too much to waste them. If someone doesn't understand that, they're not your people. You have to stop explaining yourself to everyone. Not everyone deserves an inside look at your life. The more you share, the more you open yourself up to criticism, judgment, and drama. Keep your personal life private, and you'll keep your energy focused on what matters. Let people wonder. Let them speculate. You owe them nothing. Protecting your energy means saying no. No to unnecessary drama. No to toxic relationships. No to situations that drain you. It's not easy, but it's worth it. Every time you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you say yes to your growth. You say yes to your goals. You say yes to yourself. You've got to learn to recognize energy thieves. These are the people who only show up when they need something. They take, but they never give back. They leave you feeling drained, frustrated, and empty. Cut those people off. Your energy is too important to waste on people who don't appreciate it. Protecting your energy doesn't mean shutting people out. It means being intentional about who you let in. It means surrounding yourself with people who add value to your life, not just take from it. It means choosing relationships that inspire you, challenge you, and push you to be your best self. The wrong people can derail your progress. They'll distract you with their problems, their drama, and their negativity. They'll pull you off track and make you lose focus. Protecting your energy means staying disciplined about your priorities. It means keeping your eyes on your goals and refusing to let anyone pull you off course. Energy is finite. You only have so much of it each day. If you waste it on the wrong people, you won't have enough for the things that matter. Protecting your energy means being strategic about where you invest it. It means putting yourself first and refusing to let anyone drain you. Some people will test your boundaries. They'll push, prod, and try to break through. But it's your job to stand firm. Protecting your energy requires strength, discipline, and a willingness to say no. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Every time you hold your ground, you get stronger. Protecting your energy is about more than just avoiding negativity. It's about creating space for growth. When you filter out the wrong people, you make room for the right ones. You create an environment where you can thrive, where you can focus, and where you can achieve your goals without distractions. The world is full of distractions, and most of them come from other people. If you're not careful, you'll spend your life putting out fires that don't belong to you. Protecting your energy means staying focused on your own path. It means refusing to get caught up in other people's chaos. Your energy is your power. It's what fuels your growth, your discipline, and your drive. Don't waste it on people who don't value it. Protect your energy like your life depends on it, because it does. The people who deserve to be in your life will respect your boundaries. The rest, let them go. Keep your struggles private. Your battles are yours to fight. Life is a battlefield, and every day you're fighting wars no one else can see. Those battles, the pain, the failures, and moments when you feel like breaking, those belong to you. They're personal. They're what make you stronger, tougher, and unstoppable. But here's the truth. Not everyone deserves to know what you're fighting. Some struggles are meant to be faced in silence, not broadcast for the world to see. When you share your struggles with everyone, you open yourself up to judgment. People will project their fears and insecurities onto you. They'll tell you why you're wasting your time, why you're destined to fail, why your battle isn't worth fighting. Their words will seep into your mind, weakening your resolve. Keep your struggles private, and you'll protect your focus and your strength. Your struggles are your training ground. They're where you forge resilience, discipline, and grit. But that process is messy. It's full of pain, setbacks, and moments of doubt. Sharing those struggles with others can make you feel exposed. Not everyone will understand what you're going through, and their misunderstanding can weigh you down. Fight your battles in silence, and you'll keep your power intact. Struggles are where growth happens, but growth requires focus. The more people you let into your personal battles, the more distractions you invite. Everyone has an opinion, and most of them are useless. They'll tell you what they would do, but they're not you. They don't know your pain. They don't know your drive. Don't let their noise interfere with your process. When you keep your struggles private, you give yourself space to heal. You don't have to explain yourself to anyone. You don't have to justify your choices or your path. You can focus on doing the work, on pushing through the pain, on finding solutions. Privacy creates clarity, and clarity is your greatest weapon in the fight. The world loves to see people struggle, but it doesn't always root for their success. Some people feed off drama. They enjoy watching others fail because it makes them feel better about their own lives. Don't give them that satisfaction. Keep your struggles to yourself and let them wonder how you keep going. Your struggles are your story, but not everyone deserves to read it. Not everyone has earned the right to know your pain. The people who truly care about you will support you without needing to know every detail. The rest, they're just spectators. Don't let them into your arena. This is your fight. When you share your struggles with the wrong people, you weaken your position, you give them insight into your vulnerabilities, and not everyone will use that information kindly. Some will use it against you. Protect yourself by keeping your battles private. Let them see the warrior, not the wounds. Your struggles aren't meant to be a spectacle, they're meant to be a lesson. They're where you learn what you're made of. They're where you find out how far you can push yourself, how much you can take, and how strong you really are. Sharing those struggles too soon can dilute their power. Fight in silence and let the lesson sink in. Struggles are where you find your edge. They're where you discover your limits and learn how to break them. But that process is deeply personal. It's raw, it's wrawful, and it's not for everyone to see. When you keep your struggles private, you keep them sacred. You honor the process and protect your growth. When you face your battles in silence, you build inner strength. You learn to rely on yourself, to trust your instincts, to push through when no one is watching. That kind of strength can't be taught, it has to be earned. And it's earned in the silence of your struggle, not in the noise of validation. People love to offer advice, but most of them don't know what they're talking about. They'll tell you how to fight your battles, but they're not in the arena. They don't know what it feels like to be in your shoes. Their advice is noise, and noise is a distraction. Keep your struggles private, and you'll keep your focus sharp. Struggles are temporary, but the lessons they teach you last forever. When you fight in silence, you give yourself the space to learn those lessons fully. You don't get distracted by outside opinions or judgments. You stay locked in on the process, and that focus is what turns struggles into strength. When the battle is over and the dust settles, your struggles will speak for themselves. People will see the growth, the strength, the transformation, but they won't know how you got there. Let them wonder, let them speculate. The less they know, the more power you have. Your battles are yours and yours alone. The world doesn't need to see your pain, it needs to see your perseverance. It needs to see the person who rises from the ashes, not the person who's still in the fire. Fight your battles in silence and let your victory be the loudest thing about you. That's how you turn struggles into success. Your income is your business. Not everyone needs to know. In the age of oversharing, people have made it a habit to broadcast their earnings, flaunt their possessions, and chase validation through wealth. But here's the truth. Your income is your business, and it should stay that way. Not everyone needs to know how much you're making, what you're spending, or how you're investing. When you keep your financial life private, you maintain control, focus, and power over your goals. Sharing your income opens the door to unnecessary judgment. People will scrutinize your choices, offer unsolicited advice, or even try to manipulate you for their own gain. Some will envy you, others will try to compete with you, and a few will try to take advantage of you. Protect your financial privacy, and you protect yourself from all of that noise. Your income doesn't define you, it's a tool to build the life you want. But when you make your finances public, you risk letting others dictate how you feel about yourself. If they think you're earning too little, they'll try to shame you. If they think you're earning too much, they'll resent you. Either way, their opinions can mess with your mindset. Keep your income private, and you keep your focus where it belongs, on your goals. Not everyone in your circle has your best interests at heart. Some people will use your income against you. They'll compare, gossip, and even try to sabotage you. When you share too much, you give them ammunition. Protect your financial life by keeping it private. The less they know, the less they can use against you. Talking about your income can breed unnecessary competition. Instead of focusing on your journey, you'll find yourself caught up in comparisons. You'll start measuring your success against others, and that's a losing game. There will always be someone making more, spending more, or flaunting more, but none of that matters. What matters is your progress, your discipline, and your growth. Your financial life is part of your personal strategy. Whether you're building wealth, paying off debt, or investing in your future, those moves are yours to make. Sharing them with others invites opinions, and opinions can cloud your judgment. Stay focused on your plan and keep it private. The results will speak for themselves. When you keep your income private, you maintain your independence. You don't owe anyone an explanation for your financial choices. You don't have to justify you spend, save, or invest your money. That freedom allows you to make decisions that align with your goals, not someone else's expectations. Privacy protects your peace. When people don't know your income, they can't question your choices. They can't tell you what you should or shouldn't do with your money. They can't impose their values or priorities on you. Keeping your financial life private allows you to move with confidence and clarity. Some people will try to guilt you into sharing your financial details. They'll frame it as transparency or honesty, but the truth is, it's none of their business. Your income isn't a public statement, it's a personal tool. How you use it is your choice, and you don't owe anyone an explanation. Money can bring out the worst in people. It can make them greedy, jealous, or manipulative. When you share your income, you risk attracting the wrong kind of attention. People will start seeing you as a resource instead of a person. Keep your financial life private, and you'll avoid unnecessary drama. Protecting your income isn't about secrecy, it's about strategy. It's about recognizing that not everyone needs to know your moves. The less people know about your finances, the more control you have over your decisions. Privacy gives you the freedom to build without interference or judgment. Your financial life is a reflection of your priorities, your discipline, and your goals. It's not a competition, and it's not a performance. When you stop sharing your income with others, you stop seeking validation. You start focusing on what truly matters, creating the life you want on your terms. People who truly care about you don't need to know your income to support you. They care about your well-being, not your bank account. The people who pry, judge, or compete with you are distractions. Protect your energy, your focus, and your peace by keeping your financial life private. Your income is a tool for freedom, not a measure of your worth. It's what you do with it that matters. Are you using it to grow, to learn, to build? Those are the questions you should be asking yourself. The rest of the opinions, the judgments, the comparisons is just noise. Block it out. When you keep your income private, you keep the power in your hands. You control the narrative. You control the strategy. You control the growth. And when the time comes when your work pays off, the results will speak for themselves. Let them see the outcome, not the details. That's how you move with strength, focus, and confidence. Keep your next move of mystery. Success thrives in silence. There's power in unpredictability. When people don't know what you're planning, they can't interfere. They can't judge, they can't criticize, and they can't sabotage. That's why your next move should always be a mystery. Success doesn't need announcements, it needs action. When you work in silence, you maintain control over your path, and you let the results do the talking. Sharing your next move exposes your plans to unnecessary scrutiny. People will question your decisions, doubt your abilities, and project their fears onto you. They'll try to convince you to play it safe, to stick to what's comfortable, to avoid risks. But growth doesn't happen in comfort. If you want to win, you have to block out the noise and keep your next move private. Your plans are your blueprint for success, but when you share them too early, you risk losing momentum. Talking about your goals can create a false sense of accomplishment, tricking your brain into thinking you've already made progress. Keep your next move a secret, and you'll stay hungry, focused, and disciplined. The element of surprise is a powerful weapon. When people don't see you coming, they can't prepare for you. They can't put obstacles in your way or try to outpace you. By keeping your next move private, you maintain the upper hand. You stay one step ahead of everyone else. Success thrives in silence because silence is where focus lies. When you stop talking about what you're going to do, you free up mental space to actually do it. You stop seeking validation and start seeking results. You stop explaining yourself and start proving yourself. That's how you make real progress. The world is full of distractions, and many of them come from sharing too much. When you tell everyone your plans, you invite opinions, questions, and doubts. Those distractions can derail you if you're not careful. Protect your focus by keeping your next move private. Let your work speak louder than your words. Some people will try to pry your plans out of you. They'll pretend to be supportive, but not everyone who listens has your best interests at heart. Sharing your next move with the wrong people can lead to jealousy, sabotage, or betrayal. Protect your vision by keeping it to yourself until it's a reality. When you keep your plans private, you create space for creativity and experimentation. You're not bound by other people's expectations or opinions, and you can pivot, adjust, and take risks without fear of judgment. That freedom allows you to move strategically and effectively toward your goals. Your next move doesn't need validation, it needs execution. Too many people waste time seeking approval for their plans instead of taking action. But validation doesn't build success, effort does. Keep your focus on the work, not on what others think of it. That's how you turn dreams into reality. People will respect your success more when they don't see it coming. When you announce your plans, you give them time to doubt you, to compete with you, or to dismiss you. But when you work in silence and let your results speak for themselves, you command attention and respect. That's the power of keeping your next move private. Your next move is your business, not a conversation topic. When you talk too much about what you're going to do, you're just losing the energy you need to actually do it. Talking feels good, but it doesn't create progress. Save that energy for the grind, and you'll see the difference. Not everyone deserves to know your plans. Some people are only in your life to see what they can get out of you. Sharing your next move with them is like giving away your playbook. Protect your strategy, your energy, and your focus by keeping your plans close to your chest. When you work in silence, you avoid unnecessary pressure. You don't have to live up to anyone's expectations or timelines. You can move at your own pace, make mistakes, and learn as you go. That freedom allows you to focus on what really matters, achieving your goals, not impressing others. The world loves to talk, but real winners know the value of action. They don't waste time explaining their plans, they execute them. They don't seek applause, they seek results. Keep your next move private, and you'll move like a winner. You'll move with focus, discipline, and power. When your success finally arrives, it will speak louder than any announcement ever could. Let people wonder how you did it. Let them be surprised by your growth. The less they know, the more powerful you become. That's the magic of working in silence. That's how you win on your terms. Your family struggles are not for public consumption. Family is sacred. It's where you find love, loyalty, and the foundation of who you are. But family life isn't perfect, and every family faces its own battles. Those struggles are deeply personal, and they don't belong in the public eye. Protecting your family's privacy is about respect, love, and keeping the focus on what truly matters, solving the problems, not explaining them to the world. When you share your family's struggles, you expose them to judgment. People will form opinions, make assumptions, and offer advice that isn't helpful. They'll talk about you, not with you. And those opinions can create more stress than the struggle itself. Keep your family's issues private, and you'll maintain control over the narrative. Family struggles are often misunderstood. People outside your family don't know the full story, they only see pieces of it. Sharing those struggles invites misunderstanding and misrepresentation. It opens the door to gossip and speculation. Keep your family's battles private, and you'll protect them from unnecessary drama. Your family's struggles are not entertainment. Too many people treat other people's pain like a TV show they watch. They judge, and they move on. But this isn't a show. These are real lives, real emotions, and real consequences. Protect your family's dignity by keeping their struggles out of the spotlight. Privacy allows you to focus on solutions, not opinions. When you share your family's struggles, you invite outside voices that can distract you from the real work. Solving problems requires focus, communication, and teamwork. Keep the noise out of your family's battles, and you'll move toward resolution faster. Sharing family struggles can create unnecessary conflict. People outside your family may take sides, offer biased opinions, or escalate tensions. Protect your family's unity by keeping your issues private. Handle them within the circle of trust, where everyone is invested in finding solutions, not creating more problems. Your family struggles are opportunities for growth. They're where you learn to communicate, compromise, and work together. But growth requires privacy. It requires space to make mistakes, to learn, and to heal. Sharing those struggles too early or too widely can disrupt that process. Not everyone who listens has good intentions. Some people will use your family struggles against you. They'll gossip, judge, or even try to interfere. Protect your family's boundaries by keeping their struggles private. Let people see your family's strength, not their vulnerabilities. When you protect your family's privacy, you show them respect. You show them that their struggles matter to you, that you value their trust, and that you're committed to keeping their challenges within the circle of love and loyalty. That respect strengthens your family's bond. Family struggles are personal, they're not a topic for social media or casual conversation. The world doesn't need to know every argument, every mistake, or every hardship. Those are moments for your family to work through together, not for the public to consume. Protect your family by protecting their privacy. When your family overcomes their struggles, the victory will be sweeter because it was earned in unity and love. You don't need the world's validation to know that you've grown stronger together. Let the results speak for themselves. Keep the process private, and the growth will be real. The world is noisy, but your family's struggles deserve silence. They deserve the space to heal, to rebuild, and to grow without interference. Protecting your family's privacy isn't about hiding, it's about honoring the importance of those relationships. It's about keeping the focus where it belongs, on love and progress. Not everyone will understand your family's journey, and that's okay. They don't need to. Your family struggles are part of your unique story, and that story doesn't need to be explained or justified. Keep it private, and you'll keep its power intact. Your family struggles are a reflection of their strength. They're not weaknesses to be exposed, they're battles to be fought and won together. Protect your family's privacy, and you'll protect their dignity, their focus, and their ability to grow. That's how you move forward as a unit. Family is your foundation, and protecting that foundation is your responsibility. Keep their struggles out of the spotlight, and you'll create an environment where growth, healing, and love can thrive. That's the power of privacy. That's the power of family. Silence is strength, privacy is power. In a world that constantly demands more and more sharing, more revealing, more noise, your greatest strength lies in what you don't say. Privacy isn't about hiding, it's about protecting what matters most. It's about understanding that not every aspect of your life is meant for public consumption. When you keep certain things sacred, your goals, your struggles, your family, your financial moves, you create an unshakable foundation for growth, resilience, and success. Life is not a performance. It's not about seeking applause, validation, or approval. It's about walking your path with purpose and owning your journey. Every step you take in silence strengthens your focus, fortifies your energy, and keeps you aligned with your mission. When you move in silence, you move with power. You become untouchable because no one knows your next move, no one can interfere with your growth, and no one can take credit for your wins. The world thrives on distractions, but your life doesn't have to. Privacy gives you clarity. It helps you cut through the noise, eliminate the doubters, and lock in on what truly matters. By keeping key parts of your life private, you protect your energy, your vision, and your momentum. You don't need the world's permission to succeed. You need discipline, grit, and relentless focus. And that's what privacy gives you, the space to cultivate those qualities in silence. When you protect your privacy, you gain control over your story. You decide what people see, what they hear, and how they perceive you. But most importantly, you keep your power where it belongs, in your hands. You're not playing to the crowd, and you're not living for the applause. You're building something real, something lasting, something that no one can take away. That's what true success looks like. It's quiet, disciplined, and undeniable. So keep your circle small. Keep your plans guarded. Keep your energy sacred. Not everyone deserves to know your battles, your victories, or your dreams. Let your work speak for itself. Let your success make the noise. It's a declaration that you're in control of your life, and you're not letting anyone dilute your focus or disrupt your journey. In the end, remember this, your strength lies in what you guard, not in what you reveal. Privacy is power. Silence is strategy. Move with purpose, protect your vision, and let the results speak louder than anything you could ever say. You don't owe the world an explanation. You owe yourself the commitment to rise, grow, and succeed on your terms. Now get out there and live like it. Silence your doubts, guard your focus, and chase greatness relentlessly. The world will see the results when it's time, and when they do, they'll know you're untouchable. Stay hard, stay relentless, and never forget, you owe it to yourself to protect your path and own your journey. Let's go.